I've got damp hands. I go around, separate it from the edge of the bowl and lift up the big goopy mess and sit it back down again and turn the bowl, pick it up again and then lay one side down, tuck the other side over, lay it down again. That's kind of in thirds, and then one more time up, first side down, second side down on top of that, and then third side, the middle down, and then that's all I do. Then I'll come back in another half an hour and do that again. Alright, another half an hour has gone by. So I'm going to do the same thing. You can see it looks a bit different already. Lift it up. One side down, other side down on that. Turn, lift. This is called a stretch and fold, by the way. One side down, other side down. And one side down, other side down. Oops, that one didn't go so well. And then I'll cover it up and come back in another half an hour. Alright, so it's the last stretch and fold. It's getting much bigger and fluffier. Like this. And then I'll let it rest for another half an hour and then I'll pop it into the tray, ready to do the next stage. Alright, so like this now, I'm going to put some oil in the pan. It's quite a big, like a baking tray. Olive oil. And then I'm going to scoop out all of the dough carefully and put it in the tray. Ooh. And then I'm going to just carefully flip it over so it's all coated in olive oil. Like that. And I often just use my fingers to wipe the oil around the edge of the tray so that it doesn't stick. You can see that it's quite fluffy now. It's got some bubbles coming up. I use my clean hands, spread out my fingers like that, and just poke in. This is called dimpling, like that. And then I will come back in another half an hour and do the same thing again. Alright, so it's been half an hour and you can see it started to rise again. I like to put my fingers in the oil that kind of builds up in the corners so it doesn't stick like it is now. Do the dimple again, and then I'm going to get some garlic, just jarred garlic, and just really gently spread that around so that when we come back and dimple it next time, it'll be sitting ready to get dimpled into the dough. And I'll also do a sprinkle of salt to do the same thing so that it's sort of throughout the dough and the bread rather than just sitting on top. And just like that. And I'll come back in another half an hour for the last dimple. Alright, so it's been half an hour. I'm going to do a sprinkle of oil. Oops. And then get my clean fingers in there to the very last dimpling. See, it's getting lots of lovely bubbles popping up out of the dough now. It's all bubbled all over. And you can give it a little wiggle. That should give a nice satisfying shake. And we're going and do some salt all over. And then I've got my trusty helper to go and collect me some thyme from the garden, so I'm going to sprinkle that over. You don't have to, it just makes it a bit fresh. You can use rosemary, or you can also do other variations. Like the other day I did a pizza sort of one, and instead of the garlic, I did like a pizza sauce and some cheese and things like that, pepperoni. I'm going to pop it into an oven that's about 190 until it's really nice and golden, and when you push on it, it'll kind of be soft, but it's obviously done. Anyway, I'll show you that when it's done. All done. Had about half an hour in the oven, and see it's still soft, but it's springy when you bounce on it like gently with your finger, and all those little bubbles are still there. It's all ready, and I'm going to cut into it so that you can see. And the garlic's gone in, and it's all nice and bubbly.